Why play Evelynn Jungle? Well, she has insane burst damage. She's basically invisible around the map. She's very easy to pick up and learn, and she can solo carry games by herself. However, she is very weak early game, especially before level 6, and she does rely heavily on positioning, being a shorter range assassin. Eve's passive is she shrouds herself after not performing any actions for 4 seconds. Attacking or using abilities will break this. While in this shade, if she's below health, she heals a large amount of health, and starting at level 6, it also grants camouflage, basically making her invisible around the map. Eve's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to and marks the first enemy hit. Her next 3 basic attacks or abilities against the marked target deal bonus damage. This ability can then be reactivated up to 3 times. When used, it deals damage in a straight line towards the nearest enemy. Evelynn's W is a point and click ability which marks the target. Her next attack against the target expunges the mark and slows them, and if the mark lasted at least 2.5 seconds before being expunged, they're also charmed. If this is used against champions, they lose some magic resist, and when used against monsters, it deals more damage and charms for longer. Evelynn's E is a point and click ability which deals damage and grants her a large amount of bonus movement speed. When Eve enters her shade, it resets the cooldown and buffs the next cast. The empowered cast causes her to dash towards the target and deal increased damage. Evelynn's ultimate is a large cone skill shot which deals damage to all enemies hit. During this time, she becomes untargetable before dashing backwards. Enemies below 30% of their maximum health take an insane amount of additional damage. For combos, an easy go-to is to Q into W and then spam your 3 Qs out. From here, auto attack into E, followed by auto attack into your ult. If you have time to give away you're nearby, start W and let it proc. From here, use E into your Q before attacking and spamming away with your Qs using your ultimate to execute. And a combo you'll end up using a lot is to use W into ulting backwards to dash towards your target. From here, auto attack into Q, spamming your Qs and attacks using your E to dash into your opponent again. For matchups, Eve is great into squishier junglers who she can easily sneak up on and blow up. And she can struggle against CC heavy champions who can absorb her pressure and lock her down. For runes, take this. Electrocute makes your burst damage even better. For build order, start Blue Monster and Pot into Rocket Belt and Tier 2 boots. After this, a lot of players pick up a Soul Stealer, especially if you're doing well. But essentially here, you want to be picking up tons of damage, so Hat and Void Staff are great pickups. And then finish your build by picking up any of these, depending if you need damage or more survivability. For skill order, start Q then E then W before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, your focus is to do your first clear as fast as possible. Doing a full clear before contesting Scuttle Crab is always a good option. This will just simply maximize your gold and experience gain to rush that level 6. At this point in the game, however, you are quite weak, so you don't often want to be fighting for Scuttle. So if it's contested, simply back, go for the other one and do another full clear. And you only want to be ganking when it's insanely free. And even then, often it's just the best idea to get that level 6 as fast as possible. Entering the mid game, you are the jungler, so your main focus is going to be on objectives. Thankfully, with your amazing stealth, you can easily sneak up to champions, pick them off, and convert them into free objectives. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play as your team's assassin. Wait for the fight to start before flanking onto their backline from camouflage. If you're able to charm an enemy carry, you can simply blow them up with your massive, insane amounts of burst damage. And from here, if you need to, finish them off with ultimate to dash to safety, or with your low cooldown, simply choose your next target and blow up someone else.